The views and opinions of this video and comments to this channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions of this channel's broadcaster. If you have a complaint about something or find the content is being used incorrectly, please don't contact the broadcaster.
Shut it loud down.
Alright, 5, 4,
All right, let's go.
3,
Yeah, let's go.
2.
Yeah, I can smell it praying on my nose dive, and I can feel it in the air like it's so 5. The city streets cold, get a beanie, want an M, can't see L's cause I know my people need me. Not a one-trick pony, but they treat me like I can't do it all, and they fail trying to niche me. Look, superstar status, and it's gonna be the part they realize I'm not average. Yeah, complicated times, they contemplate to confiscate my life because I rhyme. Like I'm all the greatest ever in their prime. I'm all the best we ever seen in history combined. I can't intertwine with a dime that's showing signs that she could be the reason that my tempo meet a 9. Had to pay some fees, but it's cool, I'm doing fine. I remember back then, blue trees eased the mind. So much childhood stress, couldn't handle it. Always knew that I could dig deeper and abandon it. I'm grown now when I'm stronger from the damages. My hometown needs more hope, less palaces. And I'ma give it to them, instead of flexing on them. Watching youths in my ends with bare pressure on them. Yeah, a lot of empathy inside my soul. Time to finish off them actors and I know my role. Lead them in the right direction, spread some love. Hold it down while connecting. Man above, know them bars clean. Call me Dove, she don't see me on scene cause I got a buzz. Shoulder shrug, hope she ain't snorting clout, that's the hardest drug. Haters try to catch me slipping, sending slimy women. I can't sacrifice the winning, so they getting dubbed. What's good, it's Jocko Bongo, I'm here at Balaclava Diaries. Shout out my guys, OG MacG and let's get it.
5, 4, 3, 2.
This is Balaclava Diaries. We're toxic, we're talking aggressive. If you don't like it, send a message. We're weed stimulated, educated, top rated, and never baited. I am the OG MacG, and to the far left of me is Mr. Let's Party.
Bam, bam, bam. Wagwan people. Hope you guys are blessed today.
Done all the things set already. Yo, today we have one of these hard fucking MC flowers. Cap pillars, you know what I'm saying? Niggas that go for the gusto when it really comes to hip hop. Really looks at the one of the, main things within hip hop, which is knowledge itself. You know what I'm saying? And he construes that in many ways through his music. The man, has been all over the place. He took a trip to LA, then he went crazy. It's like after he came back from LA, he's like, yo, if the radar, this, that, fucking jazz, fucking concert, all types of
Superstar
madness.
became,
He's just an artist guy. You know what I'm saying? He's a guy. Anyway.
It's love.
Anyway, your flower's favorite flower, John Kabongo. Big up the place. He done all the things
It's love.
said. You know the things said. Alrighty.
Big love.
Bang, 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 bang. So, dog, your journey's different still.
Yep. Let's go. Let's get into it. Let's get it.
It's a different journey still. So, you're obviously you're a Kabongo brother, of the mighty Kabongos. Like heavy ballers within the Toronto community. You guys are like the Mannings of basketball in fucking
for sure.
Toronto.
No matter, Mr. C, these dudes dunking on man's, crushing man's dreams. Like, I want to be a hooper? Nah, the Kumbongos are here.
Shots wet, in the paint, defense, all types. Just nasty. So, what is it like growing up in that type of household? Was it, you, mom, dad, what was it? Single mom? Like, what was it?
So, I'm the only one born in Canada.
Okay.
All my siblings were born in Congo. And then my dad came to Canada, I forgot what year, some year in the 90s.
Okay.
And then all my siblings and my mom, they went to South Africa for like 6 years. Because like that was the way they had to get a visa.
Right.
So when they came and, reunited with my dad after the 6 years, then I was born.
Love didn't come back, family didn't come back.
Then I was born.
Okay.
So it's like, I'm that child.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's like the whole family was already established. My dad came to Canada. They didn't get different.
You're the love.
They didn't, yeah, you know what I mean? And they came and then, okay, now I'm here. Like, it's like a stamp, like, all right, we're here now.
Planted a flag.
You feel me? It's a flag plant. As a flag plant. So, yeah, man, growing up the youngest in the household, it's like you have your siblings there. you know, we're from Blake Street, you know?
Right.
So, you know, they're just trying to figure it out. You know, they're in a new environment, trying to learn everything.
Right.
And then, you know, I'm growing up, you know, with my older siblings just, okay, telling me you do this, do that. And then, you know, you see your siblings hooping, so then you're just going to follow your siblings, you know, do what your older brother's doing, do what your older sister's doing. So that's really what my life was, you know? Just literally, you know, being the youngest in the family and just doing what I was told.
Right.
You're a good dude. That's good.
It's really one of those where it's like you have 6 siblings. Where are you going?
Nah, but if you have
You know?
2 older brothers that are like serious hoopers and they're like making beer noise, you're looking at that too and you're like, yo, shit, this nigga's in the newspaper,
Yeah,
man.
like, I can't be wasting.
Trust me. But it's even like if I try a thing, like there's too many of them. You know what I mean? Like that's what my life was. I feel like growing up, like I could never escape like my bros knowing anything.
Okay.
And then telling me, you know what I mean?
Fix up.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like they were all
You're smoking.
like, you know what I mean? It's like when I went to the center, my bro worked at the center. You know what I mean? It's like I'm going outside, like one of my bros is home. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like just anything I tried to do when I tried to thing, it just wouldn't work.
That's family.
You know, so
though.
it was just
That's
always like
yo,
my siblings.
See, it's always the men that shoot up the school. It's the single youth, yo. It's
No
the
friends,
single
no
parent, single home.
brother, no
Yeah,
sister.
just
By
himself.
himself, thinking madness.
He shoots up the fucking school, yo.
Yeah.
There's nobody to check him at home, fam. That's what happens. No accountability for shit.
And they
Man
didn't.
thinks it's okay to wild out.
I remember as a brother, he's always one of the strongest guys in the school. Still, he just comes in doing push-ups.
And
You're
they-
like, what's that?
And that's the thing, they didn't baby me either, you know, like when I wake up, like one of my bros, he just always punched me in the chest.
See,
Just
like,
and if I lost the fight outside, he's like, you lost. Don't come crying to me. You lost, you know, cry on your own. So, you know, my siblings, they really taught me to just
More
grind.
youths need that, yo.
Trust
More
me.
youths need that. I'm gonna keep it real with you. More youths just need a defos or a box.
trust me, dog. Just a
to
one hot
feel
box in the
what
morning,
it's-
just to
yeah,
wake them up.
Just to understand what it feels
Just to-
like.
Yeah, you need to remember that
Little
sometimes.
humbling, a little
That's why
humbling,
the
like, you
meetings
know?
are good, you know. I
And
tell all my
you
friends
can't-
them.
and you can't come back a week later and try to shoot this guy. So
Exactly.
you just have to hold it.
Exactly, hold
Next
it.
time you can catch him on the 108.
Right.
Maybe you catch him, he's not looking,
Right,
whatever.
right,
like,
right,
you know?
right.
But let's keep it fair, you know?
Facts.
There's enough of the gun thing, you know? Like,
Yeah, man,
square
don't
up
scrap
and
it up.
fucking
Yeah, just square
take a
up.
man's jaw. I seen beer small skinny mans knock out big bouncer type niggas. Oh, yeah.
Got my time. Have my moment.
Trust
You
me.
know, have my moment. Have my
Trust me.
moment. Have my
You
moment.
know what I mean?
That's why it's good to just know how to just fight when you're a kid, you know what I mean?
Yo, but that's what an older brother will give you right away.
Right.
They're putting you on notice. This is what a punch in your chest
Right,
feels like.
right,
Hold that. You
right,
know what I'm saying?
right.
You're like, why are you doing this to me?
Trust me.
You're crying and shit. Like, this guy's like, shut up, yo. Just learn this, yo.
Yeah.
'Cause, yo,
Yeah.
you're going to get tested in the schoolyard at some point still.
Trust
And
me.
at that point, you have to be ready still. Otherwise, mans are carding you for the rest of your life. Oh, remember you got knocked out in the 3rd grade?
Live forever. You're in your 50s. You're butting us with a fear dog. You don't remember that day? You're like, holy.
Trust
Like,
me.
bringing up the trauma nonstop.
Trust me. Trust me.
Oh, so did you ever get tested in school like that?
I mean, I was always the kid. I always tried to fight the older kids. You know, I was annoying. Like,
Because, yo, he has his bro. That's who he's fighting. He's not fighting people his own age. He's always fighting his bros. That's his mind.
it's actually funny. I used to get crushed all the time. Cause I'd be like grade 1 trying to fight grade 6, you know? I like roof their ball. You know what I mean? Mans would get cheese, like just fed up with me.
Shit disturber, yo.
You know, so it's like obviously sometimes I get to fight the kids by grade, but it was more like I always used to try to talk crazy to the older kids.
So this plays into the behavior at Skydome, Rogers Center. Let's talk about this for a second, brother. So in the Toronto area, it's known that one guy has run music for a very long time. Let's keep it real.
Well deserved.
His name is Drizzy Drake.
Sure.
Currently, he is in a beef with a man named Kendrick Lamar, who, let's say, won the beef royally, stomping across the, yard lines. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
High stepping into the end zone.
Okay.
You now are from Toronto.
Yeah.
Right? We're just going through the facts.
Right.
You are from Toronto, and you decided to walk around the Rogers Center with Kendrick Lamar vinyls. Now,
Yeah.
can you name what the vinyls were? Do you know?
Yeah, it's his first 3 albums.
First 3 albums.
Yeah.
What were those albums?
Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, and Damn.
Okay. Handing out some of his Grammy, nominated, if not winning work to people and getting what type of result?
I mean, they were there for the show.
Right.
They're fans just like me, so I've actually done this before. Like I've been going to record stores. Like I'll buy people an album, just just cause like that's my brand. You know what I mean? Like it's about the music, so I feel like I cater to the people that like would buy a
You're the
vinyl.
Robin Hood of music. You're just coming to, taking it from the record store, giving it to the people.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm not stealing it though. I'm not stealing it though. I'm not a criminal. I'm not stealing it. I'm actually going to the store. I'll buy it for them.
You check the receipt on the phone.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
I have receipts.
Yeah, I'm not coming into your record store to steal records. But not okay, so to explain.
Yeah, so you handle
Yeah.
these records now.
Yeah.
You obviously did, some content while you're doing it. Smart move.
Right.
Smart move. And, within this time, there's a back scope on this. You did a trip to LA, last year, this year?
It's 2 months ago.
2 months ago.
March,
yeah,
3 months ago.
Damn, that's recent.
Did a trip to LA. You were making some noise. You were at a couple of labels. You were at Epic. You were at TD.
Yep.
You were at name 2 more.
That's the only 2.
That's the only. Okay. So you went to 2 labels, and you kind of had a foresight when you were doing that, right? So you know already that you weren't really kind of into said music. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or that's not your main thing.
Right.
You're more of a Kendrick fan.
Right.
Right. So being from Toronto and getting chastised about that, and being looked at as weird or like, what the hell are you doing?
Right.
Are you a traitor of Toronto?
I mean, ask 40. Ask 40 what I said to him. Like the guy that invented the Toronto sound.
Yeah.
Like, ask any person that's an OVO affiliate what I've talked to them about before this beef and how much I appreciate what they do. Like, I've told that to people's faces live,
Right.
So I've also told them, and they notice about me, that I'm a big Kendrick fan. They've always known that. They like anybody from that camp that I know very well.
Well, can say that. They can stamp that.
Well, let's keep it real. You're not making it on that Drizzy album if he's not a fan of the music personally. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's music with this guy's personal,
Right.
obviously.
I guess. I mean,
based on what we've seen in the last 6 months.
yeah. I mean, he's gonna work with
Don't
the
look
people.
away. Don't fucking look away. It's
Just
true.
saying.
It's personal.
Yeah, he's gonna work with the people he rocks with. I'm just saying, for me, it's like trader to the city. How I bump artists from the city. Again, like when it comes to Drake's music, I always supported Drake's music. Do I agree with everything Drake does? No, but that's a man thing.
Like, you're never gonna agree with
Well,
whatever.
everybody does 100%
you know what I
of the
mean?
time. That's just life.
That's just a man thing, and like
Right.
I feel like I would be man enough to tell Drake like, yo, I just don't rock with this. But he's still one of the best musicians ever. I could never take that away from him. You know what I mean? So I think for me, it's like this trader talk is like, yeah. You know,
That
I
thing's
just,
crazy. So being a trader, the trader talk is crazy.
yeah.
There's some people that have told me that, like, it's like, yo, tell him to watch out, yo, because Drake don't play, and like, mans are watching him now because he's showing he's an op. I'm like, I don't think that's serious.
Yeah, it's not that deep. Like that, like when niggas take this shit to that type of mentality, that level, I think it's a little bit too much. If the 2 people who are beefing are not in the ring physically scrapping it out, why are you killing somebody over it? It's not that deep.
We learned that already from Tupac and Biggie. Their bodies dropped from that.
Fam, even the cartel and Movado beef, like, you know, like Dear Man dropped over that. I'm like, holy.
Nigga shit.
Now these guys are hailing up in a photo. Dog, I was vexed when I seen that this morning. I was like, fuck. No more cartoon.
To me, I just feel like it's my case is very different because, again, I've interacted with a lot of these people on a respectful tip
Right.
before the beef. You know what I mean? Like, I had a job at the OVO store.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
So, but I'm saying that to say, all while knowing that Kendrick was my favorite artist the whole time.
Oh.
That's all. A
'Cause
lot of
I
these
was gonna
people.
ask you, and I thought you were gonna deflect it. I was like, so who do you like better, Drake
No,
or
no, no.
Kendrick?
'Cause-
But you just answered.
So,
that.
because to me, it's like a lot of these people actually found out about me through a Kendrick remix I did. So it's like you
have to rate what you know. What I mean?
you are. It's like this is not a
You
new.
can't fight what you love.
Exactly,
You
that's
can't-
what it is.
Can't fight it, and that's the whole thing about this process and why the fighting of over opinion. Especially, it's not like basketball where we can pull up stats and he was better because of this and that. This is purely built on preference. This
Yeah.
guy made me shake my ass more than the other guy. Like that's what girls are saying. You
Right,
know what I'm
right,
saying? Like,
literally.
that's why I fuck with Kendrick, because like I can shake my ass and think about like my ex when I do it, like, and I hate him. So it's
Yeah.
like I start shaking it, extra vibrational.
Right.
That's how
Girls.
they move.
Right.
You talk to each other.
Right.
Confusion always. You're
Right.
listening, but you're not listening really.
But I feel like people are trying to say that They Not Like Us is about all people from Toronto, and that people from people from the
You're
Cali.
saying it's about a certain type of person from Toronto.
I one of my friends.
Because there's real niggas in Toronto. Let's
Yeah,
keep
of
it-
course.
there's
Of course.
super real niggas in Toronto.
My
Kendrick had to roll around with SWAT team. There's a reason why. He knew what was up.
my thing is that people saying that, oh, all these people from Cali don't rate people from Toronto. It's like,
That's not
okay,
true.
what people from Cali do you know that told you they don't rate you?
Damn, this is why I don't take the beef this serious. Because
You know-
this sounds crazy.
you know what
when
I mean?
you
Like-
put it to this degree, it sounds crazy. This is why I'm like, nah, man.
And then if you ask me that question, remember we're talking about me going to Virginia Tech?
Yeah.
One of my boys is from Slauson.
Oh, see?
And he's like, this is not about you guys.
This is about the music mans are listening to in the dorm room, going hard in the pain every day, walking their practice when they don't want to go in their flip-flops.
So-
Jeez, flip-flops and pajama pants, eh? And then you have to just change your ball shorts and fucking
It's
run
like,
fucking practice.
in any other context, I'm a waste man if somebody disses somebody else and then I claim they dissed me. I'm a waste man.
Yeah.
You didn't even diss me and I'm coming at you like, oh, why you dissing me? You dissed the next man. You didn't
But
even diss me.
hold on. Keep it real. When it's your brethren them, if you see a man try to diss your brethren in the streets and call him pussy, you're standing
but
up
that's
closer.
different.
You're standing up closer.
That's
You're
different.
in the
'cause-
road, in the street, that's different. But
and-
online is
But he said your brethren.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? It's like I don't really have like a personal
So, okay,
relationship with
as
Drake.
with
any of
hold
these
on.
men, right? Exactly.
Yeah, so
to
I-
As
say,
an artist, do you feel like Drake doesn't long enough or big enough reach around the city to kind of, pull up the best talent in the city? Do you feel like he's... Because people, like, every other city has a guy like, let's say, a Babyface or, like, Diddy, the Before All the Madness, like, Suge Knight, whatever. There was one guy that, like, he was the first man to make Super Bread, and he just said, yo, I'm going to keep culminating the talent until I find my, raw five,
Right,
pause.
right.
And then from there, I'm going to make my superstar.
Right.
Do you feel like Drake is taking that path?
I mean,
Do you feel
I
like
feel
he's
like-
helping the artists?
I feel like he's signing Toronto artists. I mean, he signed what? He signed Smiley. He signed.
I don't think they're signed to OVO. I think they're signed to different labels.
Signed to OVO
Through
Sound.
OVO management
OVO
or something.
Sound.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
a
okay,
management
Sound.
deal or something.
Okay,
I
okay.
could be wrong, but like,
It's OVO Sound they're
Okay.
signed to.
yeah,
Everybody
like
else
the
is
label
on their side.
Smiley signed to is Warner.
Okay.
Yeah,
You know
but they
what
have
I'm
some
saying?
type of something
But
to do
he's-
with.
right.
But OVO is
Sound.
not Warner.
Right.
OVO is something else. It's
Right.
like UMG. Like,
Right.
Probably his management. Probably management deal.
Yeah,
Maybe.
exactly. Something like
This is how I see it. Like he has, when it comes to the artists he wants to sign, he has his own taste based off of what he wants to sign. Me personally, I feel like I would make different choices. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's where I don't really connect on that end. Where it's like maybe to him, it's like, yeah, these are the people that I want to sign, that I want to put on. But I can't, tell the next
So
man.
what makes you relate to Kendrick more than
yeah.
Drake?
Honestly, I just feel like, especially when he first came out, like because I was a Drake fan first, because Drake came out first.
Right.
So I remember my older bro, he played me the video for the Drake record. It was like the one with Jamie Foxx. You know? Digital Girl. Not even Fall for Your Type though. First is the
Yeah.
first one. I was like I was young, And I'm like, oh, this man from Toronto made it. Like, that's crazy. Because I used to
Yeah.
love rap, you know?
Yeah.
And then I went to the center one day, and then somebody played me a Kendrick track. And I was like, oh, it was the high power track. And I was like, ooh.
That's a serious first song to hear from
And I was
Kendrick.
like, fam, I was like
And then I was
12.
like the Martin Luther on the
Fam.
back, and there's a Malcolm X preaching on the back.
Yo, I was like 12, and I was like, yo, I never heard this. Like, there was something.
Empowering. It was like
Yeah.
empowering.
And I was young, you know? So then I remember, like, when Good Kid, Mad City was supposed to come out,
Yeah.
like, I was waiting for it. And mind you, like, I remember, this is why I'm a big Kendrick fan. Because in grade 7, you know,
This is deep. This is deep.
it's crazy. In grade 7, I kept getting suspended because I was always fighting mans. Me and the man were always fighting, always getting in trouble.
That's why he's good at ball, you know. Every man that has a dog in them already is going through a 1-2 trauma at
well,
home, you know?
hold on. So this is a real story. I'm not lying.
All right.
You know? And my mom just couldn't get through to me. I just wasn't hearing her. Because I'm always getting suspended. She's trying to do this. She's trying to say, oh, I'm going to get your brothers to crush. Nothing was working, you know? And, like, I feel like I was just a cheesed kid. Grade 7 especially. Like, especially with ball. I was cheesed at ball. I was cheesed at everything. And then, you know, I remember, like, grade 8, the Good Kid, Mad City dropped, and I just fixed up. I swear. I never got suspended the whole year. That was an accomplishment, you know? Like,
The man said, yo, pin track one. The man felt like he told me the line.
yeah, I just fixed up. Mind you, I'm like 13. Like, I was listening to the album. It's the first album that made me think about my actions.
You're saying you got baptized by Good Kid, Mad City?
I'm not gonna say baptized, but
It sounds like
you gotta think about it when it was coming out.
I got saved by Kendrick.
We're all listening to Chief Keef these times.
Yeah,
That's what we're listening to as kids. And you know how kids are. We're just trying to be dumb. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Keith was probably wild. You guys were super young.
We're young, we're grade 7, grade 8, just wow, Chief Keef fighting, rah, rah, rah. And then I remember that was the first album where it's like I related to like the pain of it, but it made me think. And I was like, yo, am I trying to like grow up and go to
Am I trying to be laughed
and, you know? And then he had that track, Black Boy Fly, where he's talking about Aaron of Flalo.
Yeah,
He's like, you know, like he was locked in. And so I was like, yeah, you know, like my bro is going, like I have to be locked in. Like I can't be doing this.
Right.
And then like, yeah, like I just started to be more serious. Like I swear. And then that's how he became like one of my favorite artists that I connected to on such a deep level.
So would you say Kendrick's kind of tapped into your love for basketball?
I feel like what Kendrick did was he gave me that lock-in mentality.
That focus, that lock in.
You know what I mean? Because that's what I was getting from his music. Like, yo, like,
That's it.
because when my bros would tell me, like, yo, stop moving dumb. Stop, no.
Stop being a waste you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, stop doing, like, I feel like when you're a kid, like, you just don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then this is the first time because it was a trick. Like, even when I listened to the album, it's not till the end where you start to realize, like, oh, this is a story. Like, damn, it's kind of sad. It just made me think about, like, it was like I was seeing into the future.
Yeah. I like the album. That's probably my favorite album by Kendrick, to be honest.
It's the best one. Like, it really woke me up to, like, what was to come for, like, some of the mandem. Like, all of us.
Yeah.
Like, just because you're thinking it through, like, if mans are actually gonna end up going to the streets, like, this is probably gonna happen.
Yeah, it is gonna happen, fam. Like, brother, like I see it happen. Like I'm watching it happen to certain youths around me, and I'm just like,
Trust me.
Fox, fam.
So I think for me, like, that's where, like, I personally connect. I always liked Drake music, though. You know? And then even them times, Kendrick was on the Drake album. That same, when I was in middle school. So it was like, I always saw them together. So, like, I never really took this beef as an opportunity to, like, you know, finally be a Kendrick fan because I always hated Drake.
No, it's just like I like this is the artist I like
Well,
more.
the
I don't
whole
like the other. It's
argument
not
is
like I
your-
hate the
the
other.
whole
It's just I
argument
like one more than the other.
Exactly.
And that's it. So it's
The
not a
whole
big deal.
argument is you're picking sides, though. That's the argument.
That's
But fam, I don't feel like I think it's stupid, man.
But my thing is this. It's like, I feel like there's truth to what Drake's saying, and there's some truth to what Kendrick's saying. You know what I mean? Just like any beef between two men.
Exactly.
Mans are going back and forth saying this about each other, whatever. Okay, at the end of the day, I personally feel like if I could speak to Drake right now, I would have thoughts.
Yeah.
Maybe it wouldn't be a beef because I'm not at that level where they're at, where
Yeah.
they really didn't like each other for whatever situation they had in the past. But I would be like, yo, like Drake, I personally feel like this and this would be sick to see. You know what I mean? And I feel like
but
when you
you're
take the
rich,
beef
when
stuff
you're-
away from it,
when
it's,
you're rich and you have billions of dollars and you're just like,
yeah, he's,
you're taking everything to heart. You're taking it personal. You don't give
I
a
guess.
shit. You're just like, fuck this guy. You fucking stepped on
I
my
can't,
shit.
like, I
I
can't,
guess.
like, man's really can't be, like, living life like that. Like, really,
No,
like,
bro.
that much hate in their heart, dog?
no.
That's evil, dog. Your heart's gonna go black and drop out.
You think so?
It's just like at the end of the day, everybody is their own person. Everyone has their own thoughts.
Yeah, but I don't believe the man hates the man that much. But I feel like they have a real beef, whatever it is.
Yeah. Clearly,
Yeah,
they
whatever
don't
this be.
rate each other. But for me, it's like, you know, I don't necessarily think that because Drake's from Toronto that like I fully agree with everything he does and like everything he's on. Like I think he's a great musician, but you could talk to me and talk to Drake and see that like, okay, you guys are just like different people.
Yeah, no, but I don't feel like that's definitely one thing within the six. Like everybody feels like if you're not like this whole 100% wholeheartedly into this, like the way people are moving, like you should have OVO tatted on your heart. Like yeah, like a real OVO guy. Like fam, it's. I feel like to me, it's just like the city's brand.
I just
That's
feel
just how I
like
look at it.
Toronto's one of those places where it's way too many moving parts to unify it, and that's the biggest problem. Because we asked this question for, I want to say, like over 2 years now.
Right.
And we're always like, why can't Toronto get together? Why can't Toronto unify? Why can't Toronto unify? And when I really look at it, it's Indians in Brampton. It's niggas at Jane and Finch. It's fucking white people in all surrounding areas of every hood. You know what I mean? Like it's just all these different people in different places, and none of them really vibe with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
no one really cares about the other ethnicity, and then there's intertwined intricacies and idiosyncrasies within the culture. So it's just like, how do you break that barrier down and make it, you know, New York? You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
And I think it takes niggas like you that got that fucking talent to just push that shit, yo.
To me, it's like at the end of the day, I feel like I like just rap in general.
Right.
So like I could care less if somebody else is shining or somebody else is blowing up more than me
Right.
from the city or from whatever, because in my opinion, it's like I'm me no matter what.
Right.
You know, so it's like I really do feel like, you know, if we all had that mentality, like you're saying,
Right.
there would be more collaboration, there'd be more of everything you're talking about.
Right.
You know, I feel like a lot of times people are not getting along because they're seeing like competition or whatever. And it's like, yeah, you know, everybody wants to be the best, but at the same time, you know, we're from the same place. So it's like,
We're all trying to make it.
right.
Yeah.
Like no part of me wants to see Drake lose.
Yeah. I don't think you want.
You know
I don't
what I
think
mean?
nobody wants to see any artist lose, right? Like it's a hard thing to do. So
Yeah, it's
unless you're a real fucking
hard
hater.
to watch. It's hard to watch.
So yo, speaking of Toronto artists, like who are some Toronto artists that you're listening to right now?
Damn.
Actually, better question.
Yeah,
You know
you
what?
said you're bumping
I
Toronto.
have some, but it's like, it's a lot of politics, you know?
Fam,
Oh
say your top
my
5 Toronto. If there's a Toronto rap draft right now, they're
Yeah,
going.
I'm not
Say-
gonna say top 5, because nah.
Oh.
I'm just gonna
Say
start.
what you're listening to.
I'm just gonna start naming artists that I feel like are dropping fire music. So
Oh,
like,
man, you can't even have a top 5. Like that's how political the city is.
No.
But go on, do your thing, Father. Go on.
it's like, okay, on the lyrical side,
Okay.
I really like. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Thelonious. He's
Yeah,
hard.
okay.
Thelonious is hard. Raz is hard.
Okay.
I always liked Tona.
Tono,
Tona's tough to me, like
okay.
OG. Who else is a spitter that's hard that I'm forgetting? I'll name 5. That's 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 more. I'll say Toby's hard.
Okay.
You know, Toby's hard.
Shout out to Pio.
Toby's tough. And I say like another one that's a spitter that I really, really like is he's not even from the city, so I can't say that. He's Canadian though. It's my last one. Honestly, my guy Seiko, he's hard.
Okay.
He's hard. Seiko's hard. I feel like it's probably biased because like that's my dogs and like I just made a song with him, but he's hard. Like he's tough.
fair,
Yeah.
But on like the trap side, honestly, like I really feel like I wanna be fair to both sides because I got love, you know, for being from downtown.
Mhm.
You know, but I feel like Casper's put out a sick project this year.
Okay.
You know, but I also feel like, you know, Young Smoke, I feel like he's fire. You know, I feel like people like sleep on the fact that he's not just Smokey's younger bro. He's actually making great music.
Right.
You know, Northside Benji's tough.
Mhm.
Northside Benji's tough to me. Who else am I bumping? I feel like somebody that's like a trap artist that I would say is fire is probably. I mean, he hasn't been dropping a lot recently, but I was really rocking with Bushman.
Yeah.
Bush,
He's in some type of charges, yo.
Yeah, but he
Shout out to Kill.
but Bushman was
Yo,
cold to me.
Yeah, we interviewed his one of his producers.
Yeah, he's cold, and Smiley's tough. I like Smiley. I like Smiley's wave. I like
the older shit more. I think he needs to go back to the real trappy shit.
I feel you.
I want to hear that. I want to hear about him cooking it up, you know? I don't want to hear him talk about being fly and being rich anymore. I want to hear him talking about licking up his brethren on the St. Clair. Like, what happened?
But nah,
I was with Becky and St. Clair. I miss those days, bro. I want to go back to St. Clair days, bro.
He's doing that. And another 12. 12. He's from Var Road. He's hard. 12 is fire.
All right, yo. So we're gonna play a quick game, yo. It's called Hot or Not. It's all the Toronto artist things, and you have to tell us whether they're hot or not.
This guy's trying to get me caught up. I'm not saying not.
Why not?
All right, let's see.
This is your taste.
Let's see what he
So I'm gonna
says.
send them to your Instagram, okay? You know, you
Oh, yeah. Goldie London. Yeah.
This is Goldie London. You just think she's hot or not?
She's tough. She has a sick voice.
Yeah?
She's
We're talking about her looks. Yeah,
Oh, so that's what it's gonna be. Yeah, but she's bad. She knows that.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody has to tell her that. I feel like
No, you're fucking with it, eh?
I feel like she knows that.
Okay.
I feel like we know that.
Our next one up. I couldn't find her real Instagram. She doesn't look like this anymore, but this is kind of funny that I'm about to send it to you like this.
So this is all looks. This is all female artists.
This is all female. It's hot or not? You want to talk about mine? It's up to
I
you
thought it was
still.
hot or not if they're good at if they can
No, this is
spit.
all female artists. Yeah. Okay, so we're putting up Chromita, you know? Chromas. What do you say? You think she's
This guy's
sweet?
hilarious, man.
Do you think she's sweet or hot or not?
Yeah, these are all beautiful women, man. These are all beautiful women.
Is that hot or not, though? Like, I don't get it.
I don't know whether you think beautiful is not. I would say that she's definitely not a knot. You know what I mean? She's
hot.
Yeah, she's beautiful. If you want me to use the word hot, I guess. I just don't use the word hot.
This guy's scared, yo.
I don't say hot.
Scared to talk about
I don't say hot.
Yo, you're entitled to your opinion, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, go back to grade 7. Bring that nigga back, bro. Bring the grade 7.
You feel me? I don't know. It's like I ain't see this one coming.
Okay,
gotta take
so
some left
here's
turns
the next
sometimes.
one here.
I feel you.
Here's the next one here. I want to make it a little bit more. So, sorry guys.
You're not gonna send me anybody ugly, so it's like
No, I'm just,
at this
you
point.
know, it's just, you know, it is what it is. Okay, so here it is right here. Our homegirl, we're gonna bring her on the show. Blickhead. Blick Billions.
Oh yeah, I seen her before. Yeah, she's hilarious.
Is she hot or not?
She's hilarious. She's funny. Nah, yeah, she's a beautiful woman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
She's a beautiful woman. Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta show love to the dark skinned women, fam.
Oh,
You feel me?
yeah. This guy's
have to.
you're a jealous, eh?
Yeah. What do you mean? You have to show love to the dark skinned women, fam.
This guy's like, yo.
Yeah.
Show love to all girl. You don't know
Have
what
to.
it takes. So,
Real spell.
this guy's not trying to get paged at all right now, yo.
Come on, you know better than that.
Oh, come on, yo. Okay, so here's the next
You're gonna
one.
clip me saying, "Oh, this girl's murked." Have 300 people in my comments. Who's this guy talking about? She's murked.
We got you,
The
son.
whole
Got you. Yeah. Drop the strike. Yo, put it up just like that.
the whole of the
Just
West
like
End.
that.
Don't kill
The
me.
whole of the West End would have been up underneath.
Trust me.
Our next one we just sent it in is one of my favorites still, Chantel May. Oh man, in love with this girl.
She has a good. Her last record is good. I'm gonna just start talking about her music. I better deflect. Her last record is good.
And the picture is crazy too, because she's on
Yeah,
vacation.
she's beautiful woman, but she definitely makes. She can sing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
She's actually
She
cool.
put a post of her body looking amazing. Then she put diced pineapples as the next picture. This is high level psychology right here, man.
Psychology is crazy.
God, yo, diced pineapples, dog. Anyway.
I was probably rocking with that record that day.
And last but not least,
But not least.
man. Hold on. Charmaine.
Oh, she's tough too. She could rap.
She can rap.
She
but
can
is
rap.
She hot or not?
Yeah, she's a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
She can rap though. Her song "Money" is tough.
Yeah.
Super
She's
tough.
bubbling.
She's
right now.
tough.
She's always bubbling.
She's
always
cold.
She's always bubbling.
She's cold.
This guy avoided every question.
Smooth.
Smooth operator.
Crazy work.
Jokabongo.
Crazy work. Man, I'm not gonna do any short. I'm not gonna do any shorty dirty ever.
This nigga was dancing
on the
like he
camera.
was fucking standing in front of feds at gunpoint.
Dancing like Michael Jackson, fam. Moonwalking.
All right, let's get back to the music then, man.
Moonwalking.
Yo, so from your first, like one of your first track called Pray For Him, yeah, to now, like, how do you feel like you've grown?
What track?
Pray For Him?
What song is that? Let me see.
Pray For Him, that's what I have written down. That's what I found out.
What song is that?
It's like one of your older tracks.
Was it on SoundCloud?
I believe so.
I forgot about
I forgot the track.
Damn, SoundCloud that? Shoot, I don't know. But I don't know. But
Yeah, I'm a SoundCloud guy, so I go into the archives, listen to the tunes.
I think my first song that I really recorded was like, because I've had songs before, but I would say my first song I recorded was when I went to prep school in West Virginia, in Huntington. And me and my boy Miles Bridges.
Okay.
Like
You're having some kings over here.
so
Light stunt.
So we were just rapping, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, yo, let's just go to the studio. But like we had to figure that out because we're in West Virginia, you know? It's not,
Yo, over there is nothing.
Nothing.
There's nothing out there, bro.
This guy's trying to go to Pharrell's studio and shit, yo.
It's not, that's
far, bro. It's
fam.
so
That's
far.
not even.
Dog, it's like literally everything is like 30 minutes away from each other. It doesn't matter. Yo, you're trying to link up? Yo, start walking from now. Just start walking from now. Just start walking from now.
It's not lying.
Fire, bro.
And like, you know, I feel like from those times to now, it's like I've done it so many times, and I started to, especially when I stopped playing ball, I started to take it more serious.
Mm-hmm.
That like, for me, I feel like I really just like I'm a pro at my craft, you know?
Yeah.
Just because I spent so much time doing it. Like thinking back, I'm like,
You're like an outlier type thing, like
I've
more
been-
than 10,000 hours.
yeah, like I actually just used to, because we had nothing to do.
Yeah.
From them times up until now, I feel like there was a lot of just rapping then. And then, you know, you add that to now where I'm like actually trying to pursue it. So I'm rapping with more intention. It's like, damn, like I realize like, yo, sometimes a lot of stuff that used to be hard, like writing a song or going and recording a song, it's a lot easier now.
Right.
You know? So I feel like that's just like, it's always crazy to think about. Like sometimes I go back and I listen to the old music, I'd be like, damn, like I thought this was the hardest thing. But I could just see, whereas like I was just so young, still learning what I was doing, you know, just doing whatever.
So to kind of jump backwards a bit, you're part of this, you know, esteemed basketball family within the Toronto region.
Yeah.
You're out here dunking on mans. You get a ride to prep school. You go to prep school, you're fucking shit up same way. It doesn't matter. You're fucking with Miles Bridges on your team, slapping mans out, scoring what, 25 points a game or something crazy? Like,
I wasn't scoring 25 points a game.
oh, okay.
It was a stack team.
It was a stack
Yeah,
team.
it's crazy roster.
Yeah, I wasn't
So
scoring.
tell us about that team.
I mean, it's just like a lot of, because there's a few teams, right? But like my first year, you know, you just had a lot of different people. Like from that year, who's playing in the league right now? Thomas Bryant, he's playing in the finals for Indiana.
Right.
Him and Miles are probably the only two people in the league. But even just that crop and that age group of basketball players from Canada, you know?
Right.
A lot of them are
In the league now too.
in the league now too. So it's like, yeah, it was a sick era to play ball and still like, you know, still friends with a lot of mans that are in the league right now doing it, you know?
Name some of those mans, yo.
What'd you say?
Cool. Shout the mans them out, yo.
Bro, pretty much anybody in Canada that was born in 2000, 99, and 98, 97.
All my records.
Yeah, I mean, you grow,
you
you just grow up together. You grow playing together. You know,
Like who? Who?
Well,
Name some people.
names, fam, names.
like Andrew Nemhart, R.J. Barrett. You know
Okay.
what I mean? Like all those guys. Nikhil. Me and Nikhil went to VT together.
Okay. The kills all hustle.
That's how he's always been. He's a hard worker, man. Like that's a guy that like I would see him in college, just like wake up the earliest, always watch an extra film. You know, always taking care of his body, doing everything that he needed to do. So I feel like his success is deserved, you know? Like he really got to the league, didn't get in the situation where it was really beneficial for him, but he worked his way through it every time. You know, whether he was on the Pelicans, the Jazz, now he got his real moment for the Wolves. So I'm happy for him, you know? He's gonna
He had a sick series. It was sick to see him play still.
Exactly.
It was sick.
So got ate by Shy ate him. So.
But that's the competition that
That's
you
the
have to
but
have.
fam,
You know what I
like,
mean?
yo.
Like that's that cousin, like you know, you
No,
guys are
dog,
going
no.
at each
It's
other.
funny because when they're
I'm
playing
gonna
each
show
other,
you I'm the
that's the
MVP.
time where in the whole series, every time he was on him, that's when Shai had the worst. His worst possessions were against his cousin. Like every possession he had, I didn't understand why they didn't play him more because it was like I see it like.
He's
Yo,
getting ate a lot too. I've seen him get ate. So you got that.
He got-
But that's
Yo,
but that's
you're
the
gonna get
league.
it shaved,
It's
bro,
the
like-
MVP.
Yeah, that's the league,
You're gonna
still.
go back and forth. You know what
but
I mean?
that again in that series, his worst possessions were against his cousin. That's what it was in that whole series.
Because he knows his game. He's been playing
Yeah,
against him his
literally,
whole
that's
life.
what it was.
Two more names, NBA man.
Two more names. Who's somebody? I mean, from Canada.
Yeah.
Or wherever, like just niggas that you knew in the States too, you know?
My boy Keldon Johnson. He went to Huntington Prep with me.
Okay.
Who else? That's maybe not Canadian. I don't think anybody else in the league from Huntington Prep from those times.
So hold on, you're saying Canada's kind of taking over the league right now a little bit.
I feel like a lot of people from that era, from Toronto, really, or Canada, really just like, you know, made their mark on the basketball team, on the basketball scene.
Yeah,
You know,
I definitely would agree with that.
it was a very like strong crop.
Okay.
You know,
When
and
you
it
think
was
about that era, there's so much mans like
bare
it's-
mans.
So you get to Virginia Tech now.
Yeah.
What's that like? You're a ball team.
Yeah.
Top digger.
Yeah.
Is it like Ray Allen and he got game? Just bare white girls running you down like every day? Like,
Honestly,
When
honestly,
they heard the man
'Cause I
come with
know-
yo fam, they're like,
Yo.
oh my god. They're like, yeah.
Ball
Honestly-
team gets the most bitches. You stay there, yo.
honestly, I feel like when you're a college basketball player, it's like you just have the choice. You feel me? It's like you could be locked in, and you could just be like, nah, like maybe I have a girl. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Or you could just be outside just because you're like a very popular person on campus.
Yeah.
Right.
And I feel like for me, it's like, you know, going to college, it was like I had a like two different experiences. You know, it's like, remember I played, but then I got injured and I stopped playing.
Right.
So it's like I was a baller, but then like not for only for like 1/4 of my time there, I was a baller.
Yeah.
Like the other time I was injured. I was not even playing no more.
People are
another-
looking at you like, who's this nigga on campus?
But it's like they knew because everybody knew I got injured, right?
Right.
But then it was like I wasn't playing anymore. You know, so it's like obviously when people see you like you have the crutches and the whatever.
See you in there like the love ain't the same, yo. It's not.
It's different. Like you're not. You know what I mean? Like yeah, we know you as hooper, but you're not hooping. So it's like maybe there's familiarity, but it's like you know like
Not the same love anymore.
Yeah, it's a whole different.
That's serious, yo.
It's a whole
That's
Fam,
different
it's
thing.
real. That's a real.
So
whole different
what
thing.
did that do to you mentally, fam, to go through that process of being like, you know,
I was-
like up there ranked, ready to go, and then all of a sudden just
I feel like for me, fam, like really what it was for so long I was trying to like move past it, especially early on, because I'm trying so hard for it to not break me down.
right.
You know, and then like after some time, like especially like right after like I graduated, I was like,
started crying and shit.
You know, it's like
It's over. It's not like I'm gonna have another opportunity. Yeah.
it's like, you know, I'm just thinking about it like I actually didn't get to hoop. Like, you know, like, and then it really hit. And I feel like I just went through a period where I had to really just like hug it. Cause I feel like at first I wasn't hugging it. I was just like not thinking about it, just trying to.
You're just trying to push
I'm
it
just in
away,
school,
push
whatever,
it
just
away,
here,
push it
like,
away.
Yeah, one day I'm gonna hoop again. You're not thinking like it's never gonna happen. It's
So
gonna
what
happen.
made you like wake up and say like?
it's
fuck
not
it,
even
I'll
it's not
just-
even that like it's not even that I thought like, oh, because especially I feel like early on it's like I didn't know because we didn't come to that decision yet with the doctors and like I didn't have the surgery and all that. But then it's like after I did the surgery, after the rehab, you know, like,
Rehab's a fucking bitch too, man.
and it was a grind. Like I feel like I had a lot of resources and I was serious rehab, but you know, it just wasn't the same. Like my body wasn't the same. And I remember just talking to my coach, and my coach was like, yo, like don't worry, like, you know, I'm not just gonna send you back to Toronto, like, you know.
He's
like-
he
he's
held
like-
you down still.
So, you know, I remember that year I was still like traveling with the team and watching. But then the next year I'm like, I can't even do this. Like it was,
It's
heartbreaking.
heartbreaking.
you know what I mean? I was like, let me just try to figure out what to do in my life next. You know?
So then what, like, how many bank jobs did you work before you started rapping? Like,
What's crazy is, remember how I told you I was rapping in high school?
right.
So it didn't change when I was in university too, you know?
Okay.
Like I was always the rapping hooper. Like, so
Okay.
So to me, it's like I just kind of leaned into it more when I was injured. But at the same time, like I came back to the city, I worked a lot of jobs. Like I was working in different places, King Street, worked a 9 to 5. I actually did work. It wasn't a bank, but it was the car loan company.
Okay.
Bro, I'm just trying to get money so I can fund my music.
Ooh, see
You feel me?
You heard the master?
You know?
Get money.
Get my
to
money and fund the music. But
you don't have the money. The money to fund it is not gonna work.
and
No music, man.
I did like what the remix. I did the remix project in the city. That's how I ended up like, you know, working at like the OVO store and stuff like that.
Right. Big up Rich Kid, yo.
Yeah.
Shout out my guy Rich, man. I just saw him a couple days ago. But yeah, I feel like for me, like being in the city it's just been a grind, you know. And like I think, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how else I'm supposed to be Toronto. You know what I mean? But like, I'm born here, I'm raised here, I'm from here. You know what I mean? I'm out here.
Guys, I'm Toronto Hooper. It doesn't get much more Toronto
Like,
than that.
So I mean,
You played the hoop circuit, you went everywhere. You went from Ajax to fucking Brampton, Georgetown. Like, you did it
London
all,
to
yo.
Niagara. You've been everywhere.
Orangeville.
Man, I went to every place
Yeah,
in the
Niagara,
whole Ontario.
you know, and it's like I feel like to me, it's like there's like that built so many relationships with a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like, it's so to me, it's like I don't know, man.
So now you're finished. You're funding the rap career. You finished the remix project.
Yeah.
And then now, is that the moment after the remix project where you feel like the career really started elevating, or was there something before the elevation? What was it?
I would say it's probably like around like within like probably this year. So like, you know, a little bit after remix project where I'm just like thinking like, okay, like I just learned a lot in remix. Like you just learn a lot. You get a lot of information and then you have to sit back and think, what am I gonna do with this
Apply
information?
that shit.
What am I, you know? And I think for me, it's just like I said, all right, you know what? I'm gonna put my head down to work. And I think what I really doubled down on when I was in remix is like who am I as an artist? Like, you know, because a lot of people can rap, a lot of people can sing, whatever, but like,
Sing, rap, dance, look pretty, all that shit. Everybody can do it.
You know what I mean?
What separates it?
right,
from
it's like,
marketing.
right, and who are you, and what do you?
Yeah,
what's
for
your
sure.
story? So I feel like for me, that's where I just like locked in. I said, all right, you know what? Like, this is who I am. This is what I'm trying to be, and then you attract the people that are for you. You know, maybe certain things that aren't for you, you disconnect with. But you know what I learned is like, okay, I just have to be myself, because you guys know how it is, fam. It's like, you know, you're doing this rap thing. It's like authenticity is a big thing in rap.
Yeah, trying to be yourself is what is the most important thing, because it's what separates you. You're right. A lot of people can rap. A lot of people can make rhymes, sing, dance, like you said. But it's like, what's gonna separate you? Some people say it's marketing. Some people say it's something else. So then now, if this is the year you feel like you blew up, what would you call this chapter in your life right now?
I feel like this was like my foundation. Like this is the part where like I laid my foundation, you know, just from where I'm from. You know, I feel like even with this whole thing, whatever, it's like people could understand. Okay, this is what he's on.
Right.
You're like, this is what he's on. Like, this is the type of artist he is, or like, anybody that knows me, that's met me, like you guys are meeting me now, so you're like, okay, like this is how he is. You're gonna have your opinion on me, and that's what I've been trying to do. Just go around the city and be myself.
And create that for yourself.
And however people feel about me is how they feel about me.
But you get mad love, yo. You get mad love. You think it's from the bars or it's just from the personality?
I feel like it could be both depending on who you ask, or one or the other. But to me, it's like that's even what I try to focus on too. You know what I mean? Like the people that are showing love, because I feel like there's a lot of opportunities that I've been getting in Toronto that have been helping me just like move forward. So, I try not to think too much about anything else.
Do you think that being an MC is a lost art? Like, do you think lyrics are kind of lost in hip hop right now? It's not like at the forefront that it used to be, or do you think Kendrick kind of like refueled that?
I feel like
vibe to bring back lyrics.
I feel like the Kendrick and Drake beef made people care about lyrics in a way that, like, in mainstream like music, it wasn't really being like analyzed on that level.
Right,
Right. So I feel like right now we're in a time where we're about to see people with the opportunity to be lyricists and reach the mainstream, because we're coming off of that high of like bars and whatever.
Kendrick kind of kicked the door down.
Right.
Too,
So now it's like, okay, whoever's coming up after, like, you can be a lyricist in pop because people are showing that, like, okay, we care about this a little bit, So
yeah.
I feel like there's enough examples right now of what could be, but I don't know, man. We'll see. Like I feel like we'll see, who the big label sign, or we'll see who has the big hits.
Stop the bullshit. You talk like you're the savior of fucking hip hop. Let's keep it real. Like, listen to your bars.
Yeah.
Everything is about I'm him, I'm the guy.
Yeah.
But the flop.
Yes, sir. And that's how you should feel.
That's how you should feel.
That's how you should. That's how you should.
That's the basketball media trainer from Virginia Tech.
That's how you should
But
feel.
I want to hear the real shit, fam.
I think I'm like that.
Are you
I feel like
going to be the savior for hip hop as hip hop stands? 5 pillars, you know what I'm saying? The DJ, the MC, the this, the that. Are you bringing back hip hop to Toronto?
I feel like there's a lot of people doing it, but I'll say this.
No.
Because I don't.
If you want to be king, Mr. Kabongo,
I want to be
Prince Hakeem.
I want to be the best rapper on the planet.
So
On
that
the planet.
means that
So, like,
you
not-
are the savior of Toronto hip hop. Because you just said
I can't say that I've saved something that I haven't saved. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is I do want to, like, my goal while I'm working is to be the best, period. So to me, it's like, you could want it, but if you don't reach it, you're not that. You know what I mean? So to me, it's like, I have a long way to go before I can say I'm a king of rap. But it's like every day I wake up and I'm like, okay, like,
it's not about being the king, it's just
Right.
about being the savior.
but it's like I got same thing, right? Like, how can you? What's the difference? Like,
I was just trying to get you to say yes.
Nah. Because it's like, I feel like I don't think hip hop is dead. You feel what I'm saying? I don't feel like
No.
I don't
It's
feel like
not
it's
dead.
I don't feel like
It's
it's
just
dead.
think about it, fam. We just got the bridges over done to us. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
Yeah, but
imagine if you remember,
Right.
Queensbridge said they never came back from the bridges over, which came out in 1984 until Nas.
Right,
That was the comeback.
right.
I feel like Toronto can kind of expedite that process because we have a little hotbed of talent going on right now.
100%.
So is that your goal? Is your goal to
100
put us back on the map? Like, we can't let
100%.
Snoop kick over the buildings and no
100%.
man says nothing,
100%.
fam. Like,
I
come
mean,
on.
I
Like,
think-
I know you love Kendrick and shit, but
No.
like, yo, this is our city, fam.
But I'm saying, I think that was probably one of the biggest reasons why I went to TD and, like, I did the song with Ray Vaughn, because it's like, even that happening, I didn't even ask for the feature.
So how did it come up then?
You're just fucking Nelson
You're just the
Mandela
guy.
out here. You just going on the United Nations.
It's like,
That's
like,
crazy.
engineer that works there, that engineer's Ray, was talking to Ray about
So
me.
TDE fucks with Toronto, basically. is what you're saying.
I didn't ask. He gave me a free feature himself.
That's dope.
Just off of us having a conversation. He played me his album,
Mm-hmm.
playing me records. I'm playing him my records. We're talking, and you know, he's just like, I like the song. Do you have an open verse on this? And he just did it.
That's sick.
That it was that simple.
Dog, see that?
You know, and
Authentic,
but
organic.
that was it was the respect thing. You know, it was.
Hip-hop.
It's like he just
No ghostwriting, no fucking band camp, no, you
did
know
it.
what I'm saying? Just two niggas chilling in the studio, both can bar it down,
we
and
just
one man's
rap.
like, yo,
and to me.
hold on. There's an empty verse on this? Yeah.
But to me that's why like I feel like me linking up over there was important because it's like, okay, I'm stepping there showing you like, look, whatever you guys think is going on, like it's not like I'm not saying I'm from Toronto.
Right.
Like I'm from Toronto.
Right.
You know, I'm
I'm
from
just me though.
I'm from
me.
Toronto, exactly, and I'm stepping here and I'm showing you that like I still have that confidence and think that I'm nice.
As much as
You know what I
people
mean?
don't want to hear this, that is the smartest thing ever. You want to know why? Because it didn't work with Biggie Smalls and Tupac. If you claim East Coast, West Coast, all of a sudden, now it's Toronto versus LA. Now, anytime you go to LA or
Right.
Toronto, nigga, you're
Right.
getting G-checks. It's a real G-checks. It's not no fucking, you know, man, don't take your suitcase. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's kind of smart that you say this, fam, because it's just like, I get it, but his business with him is his business with him. And I don't think he's talking about Toronto when he's talking about a lot of the things he's saying.
But
in
those
that song.
but they have the thing is, it's not like those
It's a
two
long beef,
Yeah,
like 15,
these are
20
men that
year
actually
beef.
don't like each other. You know, they
I
could
know,
have been
dog, so
from
different.
And now
New
they're trying
York,
to bring
Georgia.
everybody else into it, like, you know, Kendrick's doing the same thing. Kendrick's doing the same.
It's
thing.
like I mean, it's like people within the city have beef.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like that's just it. Just
But what it looks like is you're choosing sides.
okay.
You get what I'm saying? So if you're gonna choose sides and then make it public, and then you know what I'm saying, it's gonna, you know, raise some eyebrows. Like, yo, who is this guy? Like,
But my thing is just like I feel like I've already been in people's face as like somebody that really rocks with Kendrick. So it's like
You can't turn. You can't
can't-
switch
every
up.
man
And that's
knows a
from
one-
before.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's keep it real. Every OVO is a big group. It's not like, you know, their affiliations spawn off like a web. So everybody knows somebody that knows somebody that's in OVO, whether it's a man's older brother or,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? There's always some not tied fucking my cousin's mom's fucking uncle knows somebody in OVO. That's just Toronto. It's a small city, right? So at the end of the day, it's like you cannot deny what they have done for the Torontos.
and I'm
Culture.
not. I would
But-
never do that.
Did they take a knockout punch to the chin? Maybe a little bit,
But to me, it's like
you know?
I was talking about
Does that have to
I-
do with you, though? If you see a nigga get knocked out,
But brother,
and he's from Toronto, and you're both OT, and you're with your brethren,
Hold on.
Are you supposed to ride for that?
Hold on, hold on.
I'm from Toronto.
It's a
I'm
good
fighting
question.
dying.
Hold on,
It's
hold
a good question, though.
When-
Would you ride for that? If you knew him, like, you seen him in the club a couple times,
Right.
whatever.
Right.
And then a man in Atlanta's like, yo, fuck this nigga, Toronto niggas, fuck this nigga, and knocks him out. Are you gonna ride for that, or are you just gonna watch it and walk off and go?
You ever
down
seen
neck?
your boy get knocked out by your other boy and then see them become friends again?
Yeah.
Exactly. What are we
That's
talking
what I.
about?
That's what I feel.
What are we talking about?
I
Have
think
you ever lost a fight? Is your life over? No, you lost a fight. Your
I
life's
feel like
not
it's
over.
just. Personally, I think it's WWE.
It's
fam.
not. It's like
I think it's
at
WWE.
the end of the, you see what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
It's like if they
It's
got
a
back,
sparring match. It's a sparring match. You got knocked out today, tomorrow, the next man. might
their
be out.
issue was personal, but you've seen mans that had personal issues piece it
Yeah.
up before.
We see it all the time. It's gonna happen again.
So to my thing, I don't know if they're gonna piece it up, but my point is, at the end of the day, do I rock with Drake's music and what he's done for the city? Yes. Do I rock with Kendrick? Yes. You know, and if me rocking with Kendrick is why certain people are not gonna rock, whatever, man.
They're dividing the fans. They're dividing the fans.
And
It's poor work ethic. Anyway, yeah, to kind of, you know, just go into things more, you've been hitting a lot of these freestyles, you know, on the radar. You've, you know, hit up a couple different event spaces within the Toronto region. You're, you know, making a lot of moves now. The motion is taking place. What's the next step?
Honestly, I have to convince the world that, you know, I'm as good as I think I am, you know? And I feel like a small group of people, you know, believe in my music, and I feel like I'm building, and that's the work that nobody else can do for me, you know what I mean? I can get signed. I can be on this platform, that platform. If I'm not delivering, if it's not hitting, it's not hitting. You know. And
But fam, like, see, this guy don't like the humble rapper, like.
Nah,
and then
that's
yo,
not
he
even humble. That's me.
He
That's
he starts spitting after, and he's like, "Yo, fuck that top rapper, nigga can't hold back up."
because I think
No, he has to keep. Yo, I see what you're saying. You're just trying to keep it real. The confidence is there.
I think
This
I'm
nigga just wants you to be out here. Yo, I'm that fucking guy.
Yo, that's how you're
That's what he wants.
But
That's
that's
what he wants you to do.
but you
No,
can but you
not
can
the
hear that
cameras.
but
Here's
you
the
can hear
cameras.
but you can hear that in the music, and I'm gonna let the music speak. You feel me?
Okay.
Because it's like at the
One
end
of
of
them niggas, yeah.
at the end of the day, it's like
Sean Carter type niggas.
I can say whatever I want to say, but it's like if it sucks, it sucks.
Yeah.
It's like I could be here and be like, I'm nice, I'm better than all, and then you hear me rap and you're like, this guy's terrible, this
Yeah.
ass. You know what I mean? So what does that really do
But
for
you
me?
don't suck though.
But that's-
and you know you don't.
But that's what I'm saying. So that's why for when I enter certain rooms or when I'm around certain people, I never allow that to be a question in my mind.
Okay.
Like I never let anybody like make me feel like I'm not nice because I know I'm nice.
Right.
Maybe somebody doesn't rock with me, cool. But like I'll never like actually shrink myself and be like, oh, like maybe I'm not nice. Like no. Like if somebody doesn't rock with me, cool. But I know that if I,
The man's saying his skill is there. The fame is not. They're two different things.
you know what I mean? And
Saying
I,
the skill is there. Trying to reach the fame.
and I feel like it'll get to that point. You know, I feel like people like, you know, I'm not like Jay-Z. He didn't really pop till he was like what, 27, 20.
No, 30 something.
But I'm saying when Reasonable Doubt came out,
30 something.
he was 27.
No, that's a lie.
It's true, fam. He was 27.
They changed the history.
He was 30 when
Yeah,
Reasonable Doubt came out.
30s, yeah. 30 something. All
Speaking-
niggas are old niggas.
Yo,
old
speaking
niggas.
of Jigga, I was hearing the rap, like the beef between him and Nas. Dog, that's some real beef. This
No,
nigga,
super
this,
beef.
dog,
Super
this
beef.
guy.
Super beef.
I didn't even
tell
know
you
my
a story.
favorite bars was about this guy fucking Nas's bitch. I'm like, oh my
yeah,
gosh,
yeah.
like,
It was real. It was
all the
real.
motherfucker. I'm like,
It's real.
God, this is about your bitch, bro.
real.
Like,
Yo, Jungle said he saw Jay-Z in the airport with 3 mans from Queensbridge, and they ran him down for like the whole terminal, and the man was like ducking out, running, hiding in different spots. And then they said they went to the end of the terminal and they couldn't see this guy, yo. And they said they searched everywhere, every room, everything. And they said the only room they never searched was the girl's bathroom, fam. So that means the man was hiding in there with a thing, fam, just
Damn.
trying to like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
But the thing is crazy is like,
fam, some real beef.
They
That's
were ready-
real
yo,
beef,
They
bro.
were ready
Those-
to fly the man's head at the airport.
that's
dog.
real beef, dog.
but the thing is, those guys, they had those songs on their albums too.
Yeah, that's
That's
what's
the crazy
crazier.
part. Like they
Well,
had it on.
Kendrick has his on his album.
No, it's not on his album. Not Like Us is not on his album.
It's down there. It's on GNX.
It's not.
It's
not there. It's not on it.
it. That's true.
It's not. Those guys put those records on the album, fam.
Yes, those are some real crazy beefs, fam.
And they pieced it up. They have tracks together after that.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Fam, I
Like,
don't know if I could piece it
They
up
were in
still.
Texas
But-
together,
but-
though,
Dog,
too.
when a man's like, oh, fuck, I said, nigga, vibe is not about my girl.
fam.
Fuck that.
But I,
Fuck you.
but I feel you.
Crazy.
I feel you. But that's why I'm saying
Goals,
anything is possible.
Yeah, that
anything.
goes.
If mans like that could link up again,
You're right. Anything is possible.
Anything's
Just not for
possible.
Me. Just not for me. Just not for me. I
Artists
can
are
do that.
always gonna feel it in their art. You know what I mean? In their heart is the #1 place they're gonna feel it. So, fam, where do you wear your mask?
I feel
We're
like
wearing masks on this show. Where do
Yeah.
you wear your mask?
for me, it's like I try not to, but I feel like I wear a mask when I'm around like
White
white people. Yo, this guy read my brain.
I said white people.
He read my brain. Cause, but this is
I
why.
want to be like Negroes on 3.
This is why I feel like especially, you know, white people are like just in a lot of like the corporate spaces I've been in, it's like a game. You know what I mean? It's like you have to understand that like
Yo, the man, Westbound P said, he's like, when you're dark skinned, you gotta work 10 times harder, yo. He's like, because we were talking about Shadur Sanders, and he's like, is he dark skinned? Because he doesn't watch football.
man,
He's
is he dark-skinned?
he's
I heard
dark-skinned, he
everything
has
you
to work 10 times harder.
because it's like you know you can't talk to, you know, these powerful white people the same way you talk to the man now. You just have to use a different language with them. And it's like it's like a game because you already know, even though you might have a certain intention, you know how things can be twisted.
Oh,
So you have to have that, like,
bounce.
yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, you know,
Man.
you gotta smile and you say
Lex
something.
wants to
play.
disagree, but he can't.
No, it's not you have to disagree, bro.
Yeah,
But it's
man.
I agree because it is a game, fam. That corporate level, it's games. You have to play. Hey, dude, what's
Yeah,
going on?
they love
Handshake,
playing,
look like
they
handball.
love
Because you're not
playing
dapping them up. You're,
Yeah,
you know,
you're
with
like,
a, you know what I
guys
mean?
at the function doing a little one shuffle.
Trust me. Because we,
Two seconds, it's called the shuffle, man.
We're gonna get in so much trouble for this conversation.
nah,
it's
but
a
it's
fact,
true.
bro.
Because at the end of the day,
Yo.
Well, fam, that's what, I'm God.
It's so
That's, they're
scary
looking,
being a
they're
black
looking for the
person in
man to play the
corporate
game.
America.
If you're not playing the game, they're not even giving you a chance to press start.
you're going to get fired. You're going to
Every
get
You have to play the
anything.
game. They know.
Every man in the history of being black has their Carlton voice. And
Yeah,
every
bro,
man
you
knows
have to.
exactly what I'm talking about when they say that. Like,
Dog, the only
you
man
know
who
the
don't have
voice.
that
Yeah.
are wastemans. Any man that's waste that doesn't have it. Because every man that has some type of emotion that knows what it's like, they know you don't know what
So,
time it
yo,
is.
Yeah. Let's go make some money.
Let's hear your Carlton voice.
Right now, I'm out at work. I'm done working. You know what I mean? I'm done.
Yep.
Done with that. You know?
Yeah.
Done with that.
For real. It's survival, man. We know how, like, wearing our culture on our sleeve anywhere, we know what it could lead to.
Yeah.
True.
We know, fam. Yeah, people have experienced it, whether it's you're a kid getting suspended from school, whether you're an adult getting arrested or fired.
Yeah.
You're talking.
Different stages
You see,
of life.
you're talking to somebody at work. You're talking. You know, you get too passionate about something. Oh my God, they were yelling. He was getting so mad about the basketball game.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, I was amped. Did you see that fucking buzzer beater?
Right,
Like shit.
right,
Like yo, like that's how it goes, bro. Like
But that's where I feel like that's where the mask comes on, because it's like, oh, I'm not even gonna let you
you
twist.
can't even do that. You're not even allowed to get amped about the ball
Guys,
game.
Carlton, man.
Yeah.
Can't get amped about the ball game. Yeah, that was great.
Real
That's nice.
All right, yo. So, where can the people find your music? Shout out your socials, all that sort of stuff.
Spotify, all of that, all platforms, Instagram, Twitter, every TikTok's all the same. John Kabongo, JONKABONGO. A lot of good music on the way. You know, a lot of love for Toronto, man. Let's stop this nonsense, man.
Yo,
A lot
stop.
of love for
We gotta
Toronto.
end this stupid shit. We're gonna put this up early still. I think this might come up next week still, because we gotta end the madness on this guy's name
Yeah,
still.
it's
Jake, man, we love you, man. Like, just stop being like, yeah, we like it. Like, we like the music, man. Just chill, man.
I rate
Like,
the music, man. You
Yeah,
might
like, we
One of the-
really
I've-
your music, man. Like,
I don't-
you know, like, you got punched. You got punched out. Like, it happens. It happens. Like, I got punched out, like, one time.
I don't even have to say it. Like, yeah, everybody,
You know, but, you know, we still love you, dog. We love you. We love you.
everybody,
Still
everybody
still.
knows that
Only
Toronto
on
has the
fast,
best
I'm gonna be there.
rappers.
Hopefully, you send Balaclava Diaries some tickets. Yeah, big episode. We got another thing set, but
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Everybody knows that Toronto has some of the best rappers. So
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't-
I mean,
What are we
at the
talking
end of the day, fam, keep doing what you're doing. What's the next single? Can you tell us the name? Do you know what it is? What's popping?
it's called Unfinished Business.
Okay.
It's dropping next week.
Okay.
Friday.
Okay. All right, yo. So big up fucking John. Sick interview. Sick nigga. Smart nigga. You could tell you fucking finished college and shit. He was avoiding fucking
Man, dipping and
questions
dodging and
shit.
creating the
Like,
VTech media
I
training
love
game
all
clutch.
women of all sizes, shapes, colors, and creeds.
Even though they might bust their pussy open online.
I really do,
Like,
though.
man,
I
thought
do.
you were being nice to them as
I went
fuck.
into straight NBA post-game interview like, oh, yeah. We were there. Yup. We did a good job. Yeah, we worked hard, played rebound. Yeah, did some passes. Yup. Okay. All right.
the rapping
Off
was
the
good.
fucking chair, out the room.
It's true to what I'm saying, though. I do love all women, man. I don't have a type.
I hear that.
Yeah, you from Toronto. I know what it
You're
is.
You feel me? It's like I like everything.
You're
Black,
plowing
white,
the whole
and
scope.
There's everything. There's baddies in every.
I can end up with anything.
That's what
I
it
don't
goes.
discriminate.
This guy likes monkey things. All right, y'all. Signing off. This is OG MacG.
You already know, Mr. Let's
Mr.
Party.
Let's Party.
Sir.
Like and subscribe. Balaclava Diaries.
You don't know. Bang, bang, bang.
Out.
Hey, yo, this is